Good morning, everybody. I know that I promised you a tour today, but I'm a little bit tired and I decided against it. And I'm going to tell you why, folks. I'm scared. I'm afraid of what's going on in our country. And I know everybody else is too. We have reason to be scared. We live here in the United States, and the American people are very unhappy. They don't trust our government. We don't trust our politicians. Hey, Snip, where you been, buddy? I haven't seen you in a long time. Huh? Where you been? Thank you for coming, buddy. I was going to do a show today, folks. Hi, Nick. All right, Fawn. Great to see you. All right. I was going to do a tour today of Westwood. Then I thought maybe I'll drive downtown, go to where the protests are. All right. And then I said, I go down there, I'll have my phone out, I'll be filming. Somebody throw something at me, maybe somebody throw a punch at me, I get in a fight with somebody, and maybe somebody shoot me. I said, why take the chance? You know, Alex Preddy, everybody's talking about him. He got shot. We all seen it, okay? We're hearing different stories. It's all speculation. I don't know what's true, what's not true. They're investigating it, but are they going to tell us the truth? You see, folks, this is where you and I get frightened of our government. President Stephen Miller. Oh, have you heard that before? President Stephen Miller. He's the guy calling all the shots behind this immigration thing. All right? He's the guy calling the shots about Greenland. You didn't know that, did you? Huh? Hi, Agent Orange. Now our government is shut down. Hopefully it reopens Monday. I don't know what's going to happen, folks. But they're not telling us the truth. No, I heard speculation, allegedly, I don't know if it's true, that when that agent took Preddy's gun, the gun went off, and that's what caused the other guys to start firing. I don't care what it was. There's no reason why to pump 10 or 11 bullets into him. All right? Now, I will say, I don't know if he's part of these paid protesters. I don't know that. Okay? I don't know. But it looks like he might have been. It looks like. It's all speculation again. We don't know. Okay? Will we ever know? We don't trust our government because they're lying to us every single day. It doesn't make a difference if you're talking to the left or to the right. So, Alex Preddy, although he was authorized to carry a firearm, he had a permit, he should not have brought his gun to these protests. That was wrong of him. That's my opinion. Some of you disagree and tell me he had a permit and he had a right to carry it. We don't know. Will they do an investigation? All right? Yeah, he kicked the car 11 days before. Okay, people keep wanting to tell me that. I got comments to say I'm right. I got comments to say I'm wrong. And I want you all to know I respect all your comments. And I appreciate your comments. Folks, please subscribe, like, share, hit those buttons for me. Okay? Uh, I'm not Jewish, Kyle. I'm Italian, 100%. Okay? I'm going to tell you, folks, and maybe these things happen to you. I wake up this morning. I didn't really want to wake up. I wanted to stay in bed longer, but it was 5:30. I go to bed early. I got up. Okay? And first thing I do is I get my coffee, then I check my text messages, I check the comments over here on YouTube and answer everybody. Yes, I answer everybody. Okay? And folks, how many people do you know that you written to have ever wrote you back in the comments? Huh? I think I'm the only person that does that. All right? But anyway, then I check my email. And there's an email from my bank, Chase Bank, that there was a breach of security and my social security number was in it. Boom, 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 call the FTC, do this, do that. I finally get a hold of the bank, I call them, they give me a number to call. The guy says I gotta call Monday to dispute it. But I can go online here, online there. Can't get no live person to talk to. So I gotta call Experian, I gotta do all that stuff. It's a hassle. So folks, I'm telling you something. Be very, very careful, all right, with your private information. Because these hackers, these guys they got better technical people than our banks, our social media experts, and everything. These people are good. Well, I'm going to, Wayne, I agree with you, okay? You didn't have to go kick that car or spit on the agent. You spit on me, you're going to be in serious trouble. I got to tell you that there. Somebody asked me my age again. I'm 111 years old. All right? Don't I look good for 111, folks? All right? Let me know what you think, okay? Breaching accounts. Folks, it's a scary world we live in, okay? Everything we got is on our phone, on our computer, okay? I mean, you could be next to somebody and they can go in and get your information. I mean, I can't comprehend these kind of things. I'm not a techno guy, okay? You got it too, huh? You got a letter? So everybody's getting these letters. Somebody asked me, a comfort food or meal from my childhood. My mother's gnocchis. You can't believe how great they were. We called them sinkers. They were about that big. I loved them. My mother was the most. And we all know that. Our mothers were the great cook, okay? Somebody in foreclosure. I'm sorry, but, I don't know how to help you. All right? White people, what do you mean by that, Maurice? All right? Oh, the Epstein files? Well, first of all, Greenland. Venezuela. Okay? All started by President Stephen Miller. I keep saying that. President Stephen Miller. He's the guy starting all this stuff. Okay? Trump has good ideas. You got to remember, Trump is the head of a company and he has thousands of people working for him. And he delegates these people with certain jobs. But the guy that he's got the most trust in, and they are very close, they're glued to the hip like this, is President Stephen Miller. Stephen A. started calling him that, and I'm going to stick with it. I think it's cool. Okay? So all these distractions, distraction. And the only one I see talking about the Epstein file is Terra Parliamentary. I think that's how you say it. Terra, if you're listening, I apologize if I said your name wrong. Okay? Folks, Ticket TV mentioned a story yesterday about Trump and a 13-year-old girl. I Googled it. This began 9 years ago. It's a court case, but I don't think it'll win anywhere. So either somebody got paid off or what. But, Trump is definitely in the Epstein files. He was close to Epstein. What exactly he did, I can't tell you. I wasn't there. Okay? Diamond said, I bet Frank. No, I don't remember Franklin Roosevelt. I was a little baby then, Diamond. Stephen Miller is probably his victim. Somebody asked me what decade was the best one of my life. Well, I had a great childhood, okay? I grew up at a time when we knew our neighbors, okay? We left our doors unlocked, okay? And just a great time. And then the 80s here in Hollywood were a fantastic time, like you can't believe. There again, you didn't have the cell phones. You didn't have the social media. And people communicated, okay? And that's the key, folks. People communicated. Today, no matter what you want, everything's online, okay? Stores like Macy's, Saks Fifth Avenue, Bloomingdale, they're all closing up, okay? Have you ever tried buying clothes on Amazon? Have you? Leave me a comment. I tried. I had to send them back. I tried again. I had to send them back. But see, I liked Macy's and these other stores. I can go in, I could try it on, walk out because I knew it fit. Okay? I don't get that on Amazon. All right? You could, any place, you don't have to go out for groceries no more. Anything you want, you could have delivered to your home. You want a girl? Call an escort agency. You get her deliver your girl. You want a guy? Call an escort agency. Have them delivered. Whatever you want. Jackie. You're right, Sharon Anderson. All right? Thanks, Grant. Folks, I want to tell you, I did a show yesterday. I don't know exactly what it was, but a new subscriber found my show very, very lovely girl. Her name is Mandy. And she left me the most beautiful comment. I wanted to cry. And you know, every night I ask the Lord to give me another day to allow me to help to make this world a better place and make people happy. I made her happy. I don't know exactly what it was that I said, okay? But I almost cried when I read it, okay? So I want to thank you all for the wonderful comments. And, you know, like I said, even some people disagree with me. That's okay, okay? A guy you could agree to disagree with. We'll talk about it. I'm not going to make you my enemy because you disagree. You're still my friend. I don't have any hatred for anybody. You've heard me say this before. I don't have any hatred for the informants that testified against me and put me in prison. Okay? I don't have no hate for them. I don't like them. All right? All right? The best thing you ever do is ask the Lord. Praise God. You're right. And folks, look at, all right? Happiness is what it's all about. If we're not happy, what's the purpose of being here? Why we listen to our government who makes us unhappy every day? Okay? They get on. Right now, I look up at the TV, is Schumer, all right? Saying, oh, maybe they could open the government. They should not have even had shut the government, okay? Once again, if you wanted to fly, traffic control is getting hurt, okay? Our soldiers in the military are not getting paid. Think of all the people who are not getting paid because of what's going on with ICE. They want to dismantle it, okay? Remember, ICE is under Homeland Security, which began after 9/11, okay? Remember 9/11? When those planes crashed into the World Trade Center? George W. Bush was the president, and that's when Homeland Security came into effect, okay? And now you got all these different organizations under there, ICE, Border Patrol, this, and TSA's under it, okay? Doug, I hope you get more Social Security than me. I'm one of those guys that was a gangster. I didn't pay a lot into it. I get $1,010 a month Social Security, okay? $1,010 a month. Some people get $4,000 or $5,000 or more. So if you're a working person, make sure you pay into your Social Security so you end up with something decent. My advice, okay? That good question, Vic Arena. Vic Arena, they should have gave him a compassionate release. They should have done this during COVID. During COVID, they should have done it, but they didn't. I think Vic is 93 years old. He has dementia, and he's in prison. He's been there for 33, 35 years. Why don't they let this guy go home and die with his family around him? Why? But yet Trump will pardon a drug dealer that put in over 500 metric tons of cocaine in the United States, who had 49-year prison sentence. Trump pardons him, okay? You see this here World of Peace thing that Trump put together? charging every country $1 billion. It's not going too well. You see other country that want nothing to do with it? Huh? Have you been checking it out? Folks, please hit that subscribe button, like and share. Okay? Yeah. One thing I give Trump credit about, he thinks in billions. You and I, we're thinking in hundreds. Okay? 100. You know how much I make coming on here every day to you? Okay? I make about $3, okay, a day. It's not about the money with me, folks, okay? Like that Mandy who wrote me yesterday, it's well worth it with that wonderful comment of how I helped her. But Red Aeroplay, I want to thank you for bringing up Vic Arena. I have spoken to him, and I've spoken about Vic before, all right? Okay. Boy, who give me that $4.99 there? Thank you for that super thanks button there. All right. Snake, my friend Snake, God bless you, buddy. I miss you. I appreciate you, buddy. Thank you so much. You know, you have no idea how much these people hit that thanks button. Some people put it in my PayPal. Okay. All that helps me, folks. I didn't come to you today with, I got papers over here. I don't even know what I got. Okay. You know what's going on downtown Los Angeles, folks? Thousands of people down there protesting. Okay? For those who just came on, I was going to drive down there. Seriously, I was going to drive down there. I said, my people will love for me to go down there and film the protest and see me. Okay? And then I thought about it. We got these ICE agents who have not been trained. You know, they doubled the force. It was 100,000, now they got 200,000. And a lot of them had no training at all. Okay? No training. And you've seen, I don't care which way you think, right or left, okay, on the unaliving of Alex Preddy. And don't forget the beautiful young girl, Goody, Pam Goody. Don't forget about her, okay? So now I understand these things are being investigated. Exactly what they're going to come up with, will they tell us about it? They should. Bill O'Reilly says they're going to. You know, Bill O'Reilly proclaims that he's independent. But let's face it, he's not. He's a capitalist Republican, okay? Anybody here watch Bill O'Reilly? I used to love watching him, but now he's too much. Too much. How can we trust anything, folks? You know, for those of you who don't know, I was on TikTok with over 85,000 followers. That's not too shabby, is that, for an old man like me that had that many followers on TikTok? Now, I'm afraid to post there. They're shadow banning everybody. They reduced. Now, me, I wasn't making ads. I think the most I made from TikTok was $10 in 1 month. $10.40. Okay, see, I'm honest with you folks, and I tell you just like it is. $10.40 was the most I ever made. But people were making thousands a month, and now they're making 250. All right, where they were getting, 500,000 views, now they're getting 500 views. So, who owns TikTok now? January 22nd, it changed. It's owned by Larry Ellison and a couple of other of Trump's good friends. Who started this? Joe Biden is the guy that said, and passed an executive order, that TikTok had to be sold to an American company or it had to be done away with. It was Joe Biden who did that. But Donald Trump saw money grab. And you could bet your boots he's made a lot of money on this. A lot of people doing this, other people doing how much money Trump has made since he's been in office. Folks, it's $4 or $5 billion. B with a billion. Yeah. You like to make 400 or 500. No, he's making billions. Okay? Donald Trump was a guy that thought Bitcoin was play money. It was useless. And now he's a big believer because he's got a Bitcoin company. Did you know that other nations could send him money to his Bitcoin and you never know who sent it? Did you know that? All right? So, folks, we see what's going on around the world. Iran, maybe they're going to make a deal. Maybe they're not. But as I said yesterday, I think we're heading for a civil war because it's just not over the Alex Preddy thing of what's going on in Minneapolis. These protests are happening all over the country, all right? In cities, what's happening right here in Los Angeles, okay? It's happening right here in Los Angeles with thousands of, it began with 1,000 and it swelled to 10,000 yesterday. I don't know how many thousand are down there today. Folks, these are not all paid protesters. Yes, there are some paid protesters, but these are not. These are organic. These are people who believe, all right, don't like what's going on in this country, all right, and they're protesting. Don't think that this unaliving of Alex Preddy is going to happen again. Somewhere else, maybe, okay, but it's going to happen again. And they got Tom Homan there in Minneapolis to try to make peace, make it together, because Christy Holmes, President Stephen, she took orders from President Stephen Miller, all right, and immediately upon the unaliving of Alex Preddy, she came out and made the dumbest mistake of her life. Without knowing anything, nobody knew nothing. She came out, J.D. Vance came out, and somebody else, one other person, all right? One other person. All right, folks, I love you. Have you subscribed to my channel yet? It looks like we're doing pretty good. It's a Saturday. Hey, do me a favor and tell me who's down here. Let's see. Who is in the getting snow today? All right, where do you live? Are you getting snow? I know people in Tennessee, a lot of parts of Tennessee, they have no power. Tell me, leave a comment. Tell me what's going on where you live. I hate to tell you about here, you're going to get mad at me. Please don't. I'm going to take that on my patio. Okay? Look at how beautiful, folks. Take a look. It's going to be 84 degrees here. Don't get mad at me, folks. I love the sun, I gotta tell you. You know? Hey, you think because the weather's changing that makes you tired? Does that do that? I don't know. People not leaving comments here. What's going on? Well, folks, I'm gonna make my lunch. I got a steak with mushrooms and garlic all ready to cook it up. I'm not even hungry. I don't even know if I'm gonna do that or not. So, folks, have a great day. God bless you all. I love you all. All my love and respect to each and every one. Be safe, folks. I'll see you tomorrow. Take care.